What's going on, guys? It's Easy. Welcome to my channel. So in this video I will be showing you guys what's the new Inferno 5 shoulder Maiming Echo looks like, because what it does is damage dealt by night traps to the same enemy within 2 seconds is increased by 15.2%, stacking up to 45%. So keep in mind this is a continual damage, so most likely the continual damage will be improved if you have a set piece for that or gem specific for that. I have not tested it, but however, when the damage stacked with the consistent damage hits, it is normally a continual damage. So in order to see how good that is, we will have to see the damage output of the fire piper itself. So for that purpose, I have removed all my gems and sockets or gear pieces out of my character, and also I am going to turn off all the skill trees here, this as well, and we're going to check out what the damage output looks like with the trap itself. And before we get into the damage, there are a couple of things I want to talk about this, which I have covered before, that the circle is quite small. It requires you to stay really close. I mean, it requires the trap to stay really close to their enemy in order to trigger damage. Otherwise, it doesn't do anything. So in PvP, players will be able to easily run away from it unless they are under the effect of total loss of control. So that's that. So if I drop this here, you can see how long it takes to reach there, and most of your damage is actually going to get wasted. This one actually reached quite quickly, but yeah, the speed is not great in my opinion. So single blade is doing somewhat around how much damage? So it's 152k. That is what we saw. 143k. Let's do another testing. Also, harmful effect should be working because it's a fire. That's that. 130k this time around. So average is somewhat between 130 to 146. 130 again. Let's do one more. And then we are going to see what's the average is 130. Let's see what the percentage looks like when it comes down to improvement damage with the Maiming Echo. So there we go. This is the shoulder itself. So within 2 seconds is increased by 45 seconds if you stack the damage and hit multiple times. So now let's check it out. So there we go. 160, 187. Nice. 169. Definitely we are seeing 30 plus damage output here, or even further if we do the crit hit. So damage output is definitely there. 169 again. 246. Wow, okay, if it crits it's even higher. 200. So hold on, let me turn on my calculator here real quickly. Let me see if you guys can see that on the screen. So let's see if our average is somewhat around 190 and we minus 139, I think, or 136 it was. So on the average we are getting around 54,000 more damage. That is definitely 45% or close to 45% that we are getting. So yeah, it is 45% itself, and the description is not actually wrong there. However, if you're going to use both of these I mean essences, then there are quite less option available for demon hunter to have the mobility, because you will lose the ability with escape to dash around, so you won't be able to do that. However, I might be giving it a try and see how good it will do in PvP, which I already did once and I didn't like it, but maybe with this damage output it might be even better. But do let me know what are your thoughts and if you have given it a try. But 45% is definitely there. However, the option Demon Hunter has with this is not that great, and in my opinion the movement speed should be at least faster for this skill, if not the radius, because this is not quite AoE, meaning area over effect. This is a close range attack which you can throw from a distance, in my opinion, and the movement is not that great. It takes so much time. It is good for PvE versus players, I mean monsters, but not that awesome that I would actually suggest. But anyways, this is it for the video. Let me know what are your thoughts. I will be testing it furthermore in PvP. Until then, take care, have fun, and bye guys.